Hi everyone, this is Hichileme TV. So an important law has been passed on in Zambia, which I never heard of any debate about this law. We've just seen WhatsApp notifications about this law, and there's even a petition where people are saying, where is this coming from? Now, for me, I feel that this law has come a little bit too late, especially when it comes to disrespecting women on social media. And the people who've been mainly disrespecting people on social media are, people who feel they are cadres of the current ruling, and they've disrespected us. I've been insulted so many times on social media, and hopefully people can stop talking the way they talk anyhow on social media, disrespecting our families, saying all sorts of things, insulting our families. I'm fine with that. But when it comes to the government, I feel sorry for them, because a lot of things are happening in Zambia. And when people are silent, there's no freedom of speech. They cannot express themselves. They cannot share their concerns. It becomes very tricky for the government to know what the people are feeling about the current regime. It is a very dangerous path. I don't know who advises the ruling. I don't know how this came about, but we've seen that the president, His Excellency Hakainde Hichileme, has signed this law into action. And for me, I just feel that it is very unfair for it to come up this time when we have the elections next year. You know why? Many people will be silent. A lot of things are happening in Zambia. When people use social media to express their concerns, it's better for you as a government to understand, to hear what the people are saying. But when people are silent because they are scared of the new cyber law, it means you will be having this mindset that nobody can take over next year. And then you get a surprise at the ballot box. Presently, so many things are going on. People have complained about the cost of living, the meal. So when people use social media, which we used in the 2021 elections, and we're able to advocate for the current government to take over. Now, the same government that is presently the government now, when we were in opposition, they were against the cyber law that the Patriotic Front were about to bring out or in action at that time. They were going to action it. And then within the 4 years of the UPND being in government, we've changed money. We haven't yet even gotten over changing money. We are now on the new cyber law right now. So meaning, even if somebody makes a comment, even in the comment section, it's a crime if you say something negative. If you are speaking to an official, a politician, any minister, and the minister is saying something to you, you're having a conversation, you record, it's a crime. If you share any post on social media, it's a crime. As long as it's about what is listed, you've all received the message, guys. I can't go over it. But for me, I feel that it is a bit hypocritical. It's very hypocritical to action such a law when we need such type of freedom of speech, like using social media, using WhatsApp groups to share and communicate information, especially during the elections. And when we are restricted, we can't communicate, people can't say anything. Everything looks good until the day of the elections. Now, Zambian people can be silent, but they are united when it comes to voting. Zambian people next year will vote using what you call voter apathy. Right now they are silent. There's too much that is going on. And when we keep on bringing this law, that law, that law, that law, the Zambian people now feel, did we make a mistake? Have we been betrayed? These are the very things we spoke about. And now we are seeing them being brought into action in Zambia. Is it fair? Presently, I will say it is not, because in the 4 years of UPND being in government, I think it's too soon for them to bring in so many, things that they want to bring in. The constitutional amendment. Now they want to bring in, they've just signed this. We didn't even hear about it. We didn't even know about it. Usually we'll hear about these things. So are you trying to restrict people from speaking about the economical hardships? It is every person's right to speak about the hardships of, their country. And that's why we voted for what we call democracy. Are we living in a democratic nation presently in Zambia? Or are we now going to live in fear? We cannot speak. Zambians cannot say anything. Let them just harbor the pain, the anguish, and what they're going through. I think it is unfair. But for those of you who do nasty things on social media, like disrespecting elderly people, politicians, those things, definitely I support that the cyber law catches up with you. And those of you who disrespect me, who use social media to disrespect me, definitely the cyber law should catch up with you. Having said that, it is a very dangerous route that the government has taken. And the reason why I say it's dangerous is it's better you know the cries of the people. In 2020, we would cry over what was happening in Zambia about COVID-19 and how the Patriotic Front were not treating people right. And it helped for us to campaign for the elections. When people were restricted from campaigning, we were able to use social media as a tool. We were pointing out things that were wrong. And we're also doing our checks and balances. So now the question is, it's not right for anybody now to come on social media to share documents, to discuss what's going on. People just need to keep quiet. If they speak, they will be arrested. I think, in my personal opinion, it's a very, very wrong move presently. I think we should have waited for even maybe next year when the current government is, in government again, for them to, action that. But like this, it's like more like decampaigning yourselves, You are decampaigning yourselves when sometimes before certain things are even put in action. It's always good to ask. The youths are jobless presently. The youths felt they needed to have, a different regime to take over. And presently they feel neglected. They feel the promises that they were given have not come to pass. And then bringing all these restrictions, now they feel, okay, how are we going to express our pain, our anger, and, our loneliness, our joblessness? Is a very difficult task. And I think whosoever advised for this to be passed on is very hypocritical, especially even for the opposition. Because then the opposition now will stand on the fact that when the UPND was in opposition, they were against the bill when the Patriotic Front wanted to pass it on. So now when the UPND is now saying, we have actioned it, and people should be mindful, we are in a democracy. We shouldn't just be thrown in one corner for us to accept anything. Anything that comes, we should just accept because we are in Zambia. The president has said so. It's a final say. The president has said so. It should never be like that, because for the president to be where he is today, he was elected by the Zambian people. And therefore, before any action of any law is passed on in Zambia, the Zambian people need to be informed. There is need for debates as well. There should be a proposal put in the newspapers. Let the Zambian people talk about it. Are they happy with what the government is about to, place in Zambia? But presently, it's just like, okay, here we go, Zambians. Just follow what the president has signed. Whoa. I don't even know about 2026. It's a very, very scary route that the present government has taken. And believe it or not, when those who are close to you, Mr. President, they'll be telling you, oh, don't worry, we're winning next year. I would like you to understand that many people who are surrounding you are the same people who've surrounded even the Patriotic Front before. And the same people can even, tell you lies because they know that they are eating presently. And when the time comes, you find that they betray you. So it's better for us to be careful when we're putting in certain laws. And, it's unfair for the Zambian people. I feel sorry for the Zambian people. They are thrown in the deep end. Just how many weeks ago, the new notes came out. Now there's this law. So Zambians cannot even express themselves about what is going on in Zambia. It's very, very unfair. So my humble Zambian people, you cannot go to ShopRite to take pictures of Millie Mail and post them on social media to say, look, the cost of living, you will put yourself in trouble. Oh, I wasn't meant to talk about certain things, but when it comes to what we fought for, the freedom of speech on social media, we had the young people going to the bush to protest, Biflo and the group, because they were not allowed to protest. I feel this is kind of the same thing. Are politicians the same? Do they lie to their voters to say, we are going to change everything? You're going to have freedom of speech. You'll be entitled to speak about what's going on, and we'll hear you because you are the ones who've elected us. Well, this is now different. So if your price of fuel is high, keep quiet. If the price of meal is high, keep quiet. Because you may spark a debate which somebody will make a very nasty comment, and that person, where somebody comments nasty, and that person will be in trouble. And then I also want to ask a question. Are we going to have a lot of police officers and cyber people? Are we going to be having Zicta to monitor each and every page? Because believe you me, the diaspora are coming. Because now the people in the diaspora are the ones who will be championing the advocacy, because they know that nobody can touch them. And I feel so bad that at one time we would host event live streaming, giving the president platform to speak to the people of Zambia, when he was not allowed to go to radio stations and TV stations in Zambia. Oh my God, I just feel so bad. Like, why should we be thrown with such level of betrayal? Mr. President, please, sir, try to revise this thing. I know it's saying 2025, but if it's 2025 next year, we are now in 2024. People are already talking about it. It's sparking debates even in the markets. And one thing you should also realize, Zambian people, is that right now the Zambians are using TikTok to communicate information. And many politicians are not aware that marketeers are on TikTok. So they listen to these things. There are people who explain to them things in Nyanja, and they are just saying, oh, next year, tizakaona kwe bazaba votela, tizaona. It's very unfair. Let the voters feel the right. We are a democratic nation. And as somebody who's into human rights, I just feel this is someone's human rights being infringed. And then we've also seen that the American embassy has written a notice to its American citizens, warning them about the cybercrime and how American people should be careful on what they want to share on their media platforms. Guys, you know me, that I'm one person who doesn't babysit the truth. When something is right, I support it. When something is wrong, I don't support it. For this one, it's a miss. It's a total miss. Personally, because I feel certain people who used to come on social media to advocate and brag about how this regime is working so hard, they would disrespect women, insult people, and nobody did anything. And they are called the mighty praise singers. And by the way, this law also affects the praise singers. So if a praise singer insults or disrespects somebody in the opposition, they can be arrested. So all those pages that post nasty things, call women names, or you are this or that, they will be brought down by Zicta. On that part, I support. But on where people need to express themselves and share, documents on social media on what's going on, oh my God, people cannot even share on WhatsApp. So are people going to be leaking to say this one sent this message? It's going to be very difficult, because Zambia is a population of 20 million people, and people will be having secret meetings. You won't even know what they are planning. Hey, next year will be very, very tough, and it's very unfair for the Zambian people. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think of the cyber law. This is just a summary of what I think. Personally, I don't support restricting Zambian people from speaking on social media about what's happening, about the economic hardships, in a very nice manner. But I'm against restricting Zambian people. But I totally support if those who disrespect people on social media, insult those who are on TikTok all over, people can screen record and have them arrested. So it means that Zicta is going to have a very big job, and even the police force is going to be a busy next few months. I don't know whether it will start by next year, 2025. Truly, Bali has fixed it. Bali has fixed Zambia. Bali, you have fixed us. How? We are supposed to be free to speak on social media platforms. You didn't tell us that you are going to change this one on us. Bali. Anyway, guys, take care. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is Hichileme TV. bringing you real life stories without babysitting the truth. Take care.